Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.
7 Mile Radio.
Welcome to the Bucket Show. Topic: what's happening now? I am your host, Shea Butter Baby, and today I have what's so funny, huh? Turn your that you and me. Turn it down. Today I have introduce yourself, young man.
Hi, I'm her son.
Let's say you introduce yourself.
I did introduce myself. I'm your son.
Don't tell everybody that. I don't know.
It's too late now, guys.
It's either I tell them I'm your son, or they start assuming I'm your son.
Yeah, because you do look like me.
Here's my sound effects.
Well, don't. Anyway, so what's happening now? Let's get to it. So today, what was happening with me today is, I am a licensed cosmetologist, and I walked into a client's house on the west side of Detroit earlier, around 3 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock. And my client was like, be careful. There's someone out there just shooting people. And I'm like, huh? They're like, the police are looking for him now. And I'm like, okay, I'm kind of used to it, but I'm not. And of course, our very own Mark D was on the scene. Could you please tell me? Because see, all I did was, hearsay. And I'm glad I wasn't going in the house, or was I right around? I was on 7 Mile. No, I'm sorry. I was on Curtis in Wyoming.
Oh, you was right in the epicenter. You was right in the area.
Okay.
Yeah, you was definitely in the
So
area.
what exactly happened?
So, for whatever reason or another, I'm not sure exactly why this young man took to the streets to do what it is that he was doing, but and I'm not sure even the number of exactly how many people, fell victim to his shenanigans. But it was said that this young man he took to the street with a gun and just was, shooting random people, and killed 3 of them from what I remember. But I seen on Facebook that they said it was maybe, Facebook sometimes stretches in it. They said it was 6 bodies, 9 people he shot, 9 bodies. So, but the news, I believe they said that it was 3 people that he killed, and 4 or 5 that he shot. But he shot more people than actually passed away.
Now, was this in the same place, or was he randomly moving?
He was randomly moving. So in between the time, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to get all of the details that I remember, but I don't know if this started actually last night and was going on throughout the day all the way up until this morning. Because I remember seeing a report, I think, about somebody being shot 6 a.m. this morning, and then because all of these shells, they figured out came from the same weapon.
Okay.
So that's the reason why they connected them all. But yeah.
Wow.
So it was in the daytime that it was all of the awareness was being raised about this what they call it, active shooter that was on 7 Mile in Livernois. So I was on a podcast this morning, one of my the Make 'Em Think podcast from 1 to 3, and then when they ended, right at the end of the show, I was getting texts and people tagging me, what's going on 7 Livernois, Mark? I'm like, I don't know. It's like, I'm in the studio, right? So then first thing after the show left, after the cast members left, I got in the news van and I just rode up 7 Mile and to get to Livernois, and I actually went live while I was driving. That's the video where I was driving up 7 Mile, and right before I got to Livernois, it was 2 cop cars. So I followed them there, and lo and behold, bam, big ass scene unfold with the police surrounding a bus. And they dragging this dude off of the bus, and everybody was like, "Yeah." So the dude right there, and he was in my video. The dude that was kind of distraught in the parking lot of the Rite Aid. He's like, "Yeah, I told y'all, he's in there, So he must have been the guy that called the police and said that he seen him getting on the bus, which is the reason why they got stopped. Because that's what I overheard one of the ladies in the parking lot said, that it was a tip given that said that this guy was on the bus, and it turned out not to be him even.
Wow.
So
I can bet that man was scared.
Yeah, he was scared as shit. You can see it on his face.
But they did end up raiding the guy's house, and they said he was
probably
at
about
home.
an hour and a half, 2 hours later, they raided his house, and then that's when they actually took him into custody. So he is a 19-year-old. I don't know his name, but yeah, I've been seeing a couple of pictures, man, of some of the people who, 2 of the people who lost their lives, man, and lost their lives.
Very sad situation.
Man. Beautiful. It's one beautiful ass woman, man. I just hate that shit happened, man. Like,
yeah, it's very sad. We used to joke and say that only white people did it, but now here it is. We, for some reason, have stooped to the level of shooting and killing for absolutely no reason. It's very sad. So next on my news is it's a woman named Brianna Marie Greer. They just laid her to rest. And last week we talked about this also. She died in custody. She was with the Hancock County Sheriff's Department. They claim that she fell out of a cop car and died. Now,
was this recently?
Yes, this is
and
recently.
Where did this happen at?
This it says Hancock County Sheriff's Department.
What state is that in? I wonder.
I'll pull up the story a little more, but
it sounds like a Georgia county to me.
Yeah, it's and it says she was a mother of two, and she was experiencing mental declinement over the last 2 years, and her family was trying to get her help and trying to get her under control. And this was another thing that when we were talking about the police are not capable of handling people with mental disabilities. So if you have a problem, it's like they need a special police force just for mental disabled, because here it is,
they need a special institution for people with mental disorders. And that was part of the problem why we have so many of these people out on the streets in Michigan, is because these institutions were
closed. I think back in 90 or 89.
Engler is the one that did it.
Yeah.
John Engler was the governor who